हाय एवरीवन, आई एम रोहित, योर आइल्स टीचर, एंड आज हम करने वाले हैं एक और आइल्स रीडिंग का सॉल्व. सो लेट्स सी व्हाट द रीडिंग इज. It is how animals look after their health. Many animals seem able to treat their illness themselves. Humans may have a thing or two to learn from them. Let's focus here. Let's look at the questions. So first we have questions from 1 to 4, wherein we have to state whether these 4 statements are true or false, not given. Let's focus. Dr. Engel has been working on animal health medication research for 10 years. Now, this true or false not given. Question is right away dependent on the number logic. And here, the number logic means the number. So whenever there is a number in any true false not given question, we always have to focus on the number that's been given. I don't know what has happened to it. So let's focus here. It's hard to find. Yes, so 10 years. So they're saying he's been working for 10 years. So let's see. Dr. Engel, whatever the pronunciation is, has been working on self-medication research for 10 years. So let's see. Has he been working for 10 years? If he's worked for less than 10 years or more than 10 years, it's going to be false. For the past decade, Dr. Engel, a lecturer in environmental sciences at Britain's Open University, has been collecting examples of self-medicating behavior in wild animals. So yes, he's been studying, and he's been studying for a decade, and decade means 10 years. That means our statement in this case is true. Let's see what the next question asks us to solve. Animals often walk a considerable distance. Here they're saying that animals walk a considerable distance to find plants for medication. That means they walk a huge distance. If it is proven that they do not walk a considerable distance, or they walk only not a considerable distance, it is going to be false. So let's see. Do the animals walk a considerable distance in search of plants? So let's see where they're talking about plants. Let's see further. So they're talking about, let's see. Notice that local chimpanzees suffering from intestinal worms would dose themselves with the pith of a plant called Veronia. This plant produces poisonous chemicals called terpenes. Its pith contains a strong enough concentration to kill gut parasites, but not so strong to kill chimps, nor people for the matter. Locals use the pith for the same purpose. Given that the plant is known locally as goat killer, however, it seems that not all animals are as smart as chimps and humans. Some consume it indiscriminately and succumb. So what they're saying here is, yes, humans and animals eat, dose themselves with means they eat or consume plant to treat themselves, but they're not talking about how much distance do they cover. So our main idea was they cover considerable distance to find the food. So this distance is missing only. So they're not talking about how much distance do they walk to get to this plant. That means the distance part is not here. So the considerable distance is just not there. And in absence of this element, we are going to write the answer not given. Let's focus on question number 3. That is, birds like macaw often eat clay because it is part of the natural diet. Let's say birds like macaw. So we got an example, name of a bird. It is going to be easy to find the location. They're saying often eat clay. So the first logic is they often eat clay. If it is found that they do not eat it quite often, it is going to be false. Now let's see. Next funda is because it is part of their natural diet. Next funda is on which it can be dependent on is the reason. They're saying it is their part of natural diet. If it is part of their natural diet, it can be true. Let's see. So where they're talking about Macau. So wherever we'll find Macau, we're going to start reading there to save our time. Buds, Macau. Let's see. Macau seeds containing alkaloids, a group of animals. Well, let's read first. The current belief is that soil, and particularly the claret, helps to detoxify the defensive poisons that some plants produce in an attempt to prevent themselves from being eaten. Evidence for the detoxifying nature of clay came in 1999 from an experiment carried out on macaws by James Kiraldy and his colleagues at the University of California, Davis. Macaws eat seeds containing alkaloids, a group of chemicals that has some notoriously toxic members, such as strychnine. In the wild, the birds are frequently seen perched on eroding river banks, eating clay. That means they're frequently seen. That means they often do something. And what do? They perch. They are seen perched on. That means they lie on the eroding river banks. And what they do there? They eat clay. That means it is part of their natural diet. So let's see. So if we look closely, they're saying yes, often, they frequently eat, and it is their natural diet. Yes, because they eat it naturally by the river bank. In that case, it is yes, indeed, natural diet also. Both the logics are met, and it is true. Let's see. According to Dr. Engel, research into animal self-medication can help to invent painkillers. Now, there is one funda only in this question. This is talking about result. If they are saying that if result changes and if this does not happen to be the result and the result happens to be something else, it is going to be false in that case. Let's see. According to Dr. Engel, research into animal self-medication dash can help to invent new painkillers. So the result is that if research is done, we can develop painkillers. So let's first search where Dr. Engel is here. So let's see. Angel, whatsoever is the right pronunciation. Let's see. Dr. Angel. But when we read here, they are not talking about any medicine or painkillers. So we are going to reach to the next place where they have mentioned his name. And so far now, as we read, we can find, as I have read earlier also, there is no name of Dr. Angel. So let's see where he is mentioned next. So next time he has been mentioned here. Now they're saying Dr. Engel is now particularly excited about how knowledge of the way that animals look after themselves. Now this is the same statement as it is given in the question. Knowledge, learning could be used to improve the health of livestock. So it could be used, or it could help in improving health of livestock. So that means he is expecting altogether a different result. In the question, they stated that he expected that the experiment would help in inventing new painkillers, but in paragraph they said his aim and intent was to find ways to improve life of livestock. In that case, this is not the reason, and in case if it is not the reason or result, it is going to be false. Let's see next questions. Now next we have fill in the blanks, and these are the table completion questions. So let's see. Let's see this. So when we start solving table completion questions, it is very important to read what the columns headings are. Otherwise we can be completely haywire. So let's see. So we have first dates. Dates will help us find location easily, because in IELTS dates always proceed usually. Now let's see. The name, animals, and then food that they eat. Mechanism containing chemicals dash that can kill parasites. Now, I remember where they have talked about chimpanzee. So, if you have good retention power, it is going to be very easy for you to solve these reading questions. So, I know they talked about chimpanzees here in the second paragraph. So, here, chimpanzees. And they have also talked about Veronia. So, what Veronia is, it is a plant. So, that was what answer we were actually looking for. So, it is plant of whatsoever is the answer. Now, mechanism contained chemicals dash that can kill parasites. Dash that can kill parasites. So let's see mechanism. Let's focus on the mechanism in the same paragraph. So let's see we have this plant produces poisonous chemicals called terpenes. Its pith contains strong enough concentration to kill gut parasites. So what kills the parasites? That is terpenes. So let's see, or let me write on its serial. It is going to be 6. Instead of writing it, it is a better idea to save our time. We can write here only. It is my 6th answer. Terpene. Contain chemicals. Terpene that can kill parasites. Now let's see James Killardy and his colleagues. I know in which paragraph they have talked about Macau also. Seeds contain dash and clay. So let's say seeds contain dash and clay. So they eat seeds and dash. So let's see what food of Macau is there. So I know they talked about Macau here. So let's say what do they eat? Eat seeds containing alkaloids. So this is our answer. What do the seeds contain? They contain alkaloids. As we got an answer here. Let's move to next. Clay can dash the poisonous contents in food. What clay does? Let's see what clay does to poisonous food. So let's see. We have the clear fed on macaws and mixture of harmless alkaloid and clay. And second group. So last later macaws had eaten clay. What is the hypothesis? Clay helps to detoxify defensive poisons. Detoxify the defensive poisons that some plants produce in an attempt to prevent themselves from being eaten. Detoxify defensive. So what it does, let's see. Can detoxify. So our answer is detoxify. So where it is detoxify 8. Now some students might be confused as to why the answer is given above where the answer of 7 is given. This is very common in IELTS reading. They never give you answers in ascending or descending order. They never consider it. They always arrange your answers and questions in sequence of ideas. So they were talking about the idea here for question number 8, and question number 7 idea was somewhat after the idea was given for question number 8. That means you don't have to be confused. Just keep searching for idea instead of looking at the ascending order of finding answers. Let's see next. Richard Wrangham, chimpanzee. Richard Wrangham has also said something about chimpanzee. So let's say Richard Wrangham. I think I read his name somewhere here. Wrangham. Let's see. Is he talking about any chimpanzees here? Chimps. Yes, this person is talking about chimps. So yeah, this person is again talking about chimps. Richard Wrangham. So we got the somewhat location. Let's see what question are we looking at. So their food mainly is leaves with tiny dash on surface. So let's see, leaves with tiny dash on surface. So let's see, leaves with of a tree called aspilla. By testing them in their mouths, having chosen a leaf, chimp put fold in fan. see what is the question. We got this. We got this. Leaves with tiny dash on surface. So let's see what is on the surface of leaves. Let's see, levels a tree. There is nothing like something on the leaves. So there they have said that these leaves were covered with microscopic hooks. That means there were microscopic hooks on the leaves, and that actually dragged the worms. So for microscopic they have said tiny. So what is the answer in this case? In that case the answer is simple. It is simply only hook. I don't know what serial it was. 9 or 10? 9. It was very interesting to solve whilst reading all this. Let's see next. Okay, let's see question number from 10 to 13. Though often doubted, the self-medicating behavior of animals has been supported by an increasing amount of evidence. One piece of evidence particularly deals with dash, a soil-consuming behavior commonly found across animal species, because it often clay can utilize. Dealing with dash. Evidence particularly deals with dash, soil consuming behavior. So it is here, soil consuming behavior is here. Let's see what they are saying. Deals with geophagy. So they talked about geophagy there. But geophagy was a part of this only. Geophagy. No. No, this is not geophagy. How did I write it? I'm so stupid to write this also. Deals with clay tablets. Let's see. Because often clay can utilize the dash content of, let's see, toxic content of their diet. Such behavior can also be found among humans in Africa, where people purchase dash at markets. So they purchase clay tablets in the markets. So again, by default, this is not the answer. Particularly deals with mineral. What is geophagy? Let's read what is geophagy. I may have understood. Geophagy. I'll keep my answer as geophagy only in this case. Let it be. Is soil consuming behavior, is it known as geophagy? Yes, it is known as geophagy only. Okay, so let's quickly see what synonyms have we made use of here. So let's say in the first part of it, okay, let me write on a separate tab so that I can update it in the comment